Now, because my office is kind of like a self-operating machine where, I don't have to be in my office all the time. So the fact that I have the flexibility to, just get a ticket and fly and see my family for a week or two, or fly them out here, like I have the financial flexibility of it. Javad Mamadov is my name. Originally from a small country that most people have no idea where it's at. I'm from Azerbaijan. It's in Eastern Europe. I came here originally in 2016 and did my bachelor's at George Washington University in DC. Graduated with a major of finance. Obviously, when I graduated, pandemic times, I was very competitive to find a job. And I just realized that, I don't really want to do finance because I did a few internships before that and just didn't really like how all I'm doing is just dealing with numbers and looking at a computer screen. So started kind of like applying for other jobs, sales, marketing, literally anything I could find back then. Stumbled upon this opportunity, and my first year was full of trials and tribulations. My first year was definitely a lot of lessons, but it's my second year now. That's when I feel like it started clicking for me. And I put in the work, we always say follow the systems. I did that, and that reflected on my results. And obviously I got the recognition in the office for it. I got the rewards in the office for it. And obviously that's one of the things that attracted me, just how great the culture is, how positive everybody is, how, when I'm doing something, I'm actually getting recognized for it. And I was just like, you know what, let me give this 6 months. Let me see how this goes. 6 months later, fast forward, I was managing a team of like 5-6 people, that I felt some type of responsibility, some type of commitment at that point where, I'm like, hey, like I owe this to my team. I owe this to, the people that believed in me, supported me for the last 6 months. So I went all in. And one of the things that actually inspired me was one of the conferences that I visited. The first one is Mount Laurel, New Jersey. The way I got into it, my transition was very quick. Obviously there's different scenarios in this business. Some people obviously go through a longer transition, some faster transition. For me, it was, I would say, literally overnight. Like the opportunity to go to Boston came up overnight. I worked 7 days a week for the first 3-4 months of my operations. And again, because my transition was so quick, that's all I knew. Working hard, discipline, dedication, work ethic. That's all I knew. So that's all I did. I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna work hard. I know I can sell. I know I can, drive revenue. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, keep doing what I'm doing, and along the process, I'm just gonna try and learn as much as possible. I didn't have a problem with working on weekends. I didn't have problems with working, weekends 4 months in a row. I didn't have problems with that because I knew I had a vision. Like I knew that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not always going to continue like that. And if it does, I guess I'm just not the right person for it. I think one of the biggest things that changed is understanding that I can't do everything myself. I'm a type of person that I like to be involved with everything, and that's why sometimes I just, rather than delegating it or rather than asking somebody else to do it, I'd rather take everything on myself, all the responsibilities myself. And obviously we cannot do that as owners. We run a company, we run a whole company. Whereas in other companies, there's different departments for the things we do as a one person. There's HR department, there's marketing department, there's sales department, there's accounting department. There's so many different departments. All of them have different assigned teams. It's just you, and you're taking care of all those departments. At some point, you have to delegate. At some point, you have to step aside and be like, hey, even if at first it's not going to be as good as if I would do it, at least that person is going to learn, and at least now I have another duplicate of my standards, of my expectations. And the more I started doing that, the more people I started developing around me. And next thing I know, I have a great team around me. And that's, I would say, the biggest key to running a successful office is a team behind you. I've been in this business for 3 years. I've seen people give up on an entry-level position. I've seen people give up on a leader's position, account manager, assistant manager. And at the end of the day, you have a choice. You have a choice to work hard, to keep falling down but getting up again, or you just choose you don't want to deal with that again. And I know that because for 3-4 months when I first opened up, I was in survival mode. Did I have quitting thoughts? Yes. Did I ever think like, maybe this is not for me? Yes, I did. But you gotta mentally be stronger than that. You can't like give into those thoughts, because if you do, then you're probably gonna duplicate the same habits anywhere you go. At the end of the day, everything requires hard work. Everything was high reward requires hard. Now, because my office is, obviously I still want it to grow more than what it is now, but it is kind of like a self-operating machine where, so the fact that I have the flexibility to, just get a ticket and go fly and see my family for a week or two, or fly them out here, like I have the financial flexibility of it.